Let's take a look at this problem. When Fritz drives to work, his trip takes 35 minutes. Okay, so here's where the starting place is. And this right here is work. And drives. This specifically is drives. When it takes 35 minutes. So time is going to equal to 35 minutes, or to put this in miles per hour, because I'm assuming, yeah, miles per hour is what's asking for here. If we're thinking miles per hour, this should be in hours. So you divide it by 60 to convert it to hours. So that'd be 35 over 60 hours. But when he takes a train, it takes 15 minutes. So same distance to work, and the time here is going to be 15 minutes. You put 15 over 60, and that'll be the number of hours. Find the distance. Fritz travels to work. If the train travels an average of 80 miles per hour faster than his driving. So this is T. Here would be R. And we don't know how fast he's driving, but we do know that the train is 80 miles per hour faster. So that means this will be R plus 80. Now our formula is distance is equal to R times T. Notice that the distance, whether he drives or takes the train, is the same. So the distance driving is going to equal to the distance by train. Distance is equal to R times T, so we'll take the R of driving, which is R, times the T, which is 35 over 60, and that's going to equal to the distance of the train, which is again R times T, so R of the train is R plus 80, and T is 15 over 60. Well, I could multiply everything by 60. So 60 times R over 35 over 60 is equal to 60 times R plus 80 over 15 over 60. This 60 would cancel this 60, 60 would cancel this 60. The reason why it cancels across that is because multiplication is commutative. So then we got R times 35, which is 35R. We got 15 times R, distributive property. That's 15R, and 15 times 80. 4, 8, 1200. Double check that. 4, okay. So that's 1200. Take 15 over here, so we got 35R minus 15R is equal to 1200. That gives us 20R is equal to 1200. Divide both sides by 20. And that gives us R is equal to, zeros cancel, 120 divided by 2 is 60. Now that's not what they're asking for. They're actually asking for the travels miles to work, so they're wanting to know the distance. Well, distance, and we're specifically going to look at this one. Distance is equal to R times T. R we just said was 60 for the driving, and T was 35 over 60. So distance would equal to 35. That seemed to work out too nice. Let's see. 35. Okay. So these distance problems throw me sometimes. I felt like I'd set it all up correctly, but wasn't sure until I actually saw the excellent.